scotch, bourbon and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Welcome to Victoria, BC
with Trenny and C.
Victoria is located on the west coast of Canada, on Vancouver Island. Not to be confused with Vancouver, BC, which is just a short ferry ride away. Today we visit Victoria's beautiful downtown core.
Empress Hotel.
The Empress is the most famous hotel in Victoria. It opened January 20th, 1908. The craft beers and patios are endless in Victoria. We chose 2 pints of Fat Tug IPA from Driftwood Brewery. Victoria is the capital of British Columbia, and its politicians come here to do battle. What's a visit to Canada without some maple syrup? We hit a nice little clearance sale.
Welcome to the oldest Chinatown in Canada.
Trenny clearly has no idea what any of these fruits and veggies are. Victoria has an active harbor, and it's a great place to live for people with an outdoor lifestyle. Well, there's your quick tour of Victoria. Stick around for a whiskey review, which is coming up next.
Alright, well there was a lot to Trenny and C in Victoria, but we gotta go do a whiskey review, so thanks Victoria.
So hats off to Victoria, and we will be back shortly.
See you later.
Time to drink some whiskey.
Trenny and C.
Okay, welcome whiskey researchers to the review portion of today's show. We've already showed you the whole city, and now we're just going to show you the Pacific Ocean too.
Right behind us, beautiful British Columbia Inner Harbor area.
We got some cruise ship behind us,
Some kayakers beside us, and some seagulls above us.
and whiskey in front of us.
And whiskey in front of us. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
What do we got? We got the Gooderham and Worts.
You tell them about Gooderham, I'll pull it.
Okay.
I'll pull it. I'll pour it.
Pour it. Rolls right off the tongue, that
Gooderham
Gooderham
and
and
Worts.
Worts and whatever. So Gooderham and Worts is the first whiskey distillery in Canada. And we figured we might as well review a Canadian whiskey since we're here on the West Coast. We got this one. It's kind of different. It's got a different backstory to it. Mr. Gooderham and Mr. Worts started their company together
1832.
in 1832.
Brothers-in-law.
Brothers-in-law, right? So Mr. Worts' wife got pregnant, and she died during childbirth. And what did he do? He did the old 1-2 down the well, and he killed himself 2 weeks after the wife died in childbirth.
Was that Worts?
Worts, yeah,
Worts did that.
Mr. Worts. Anyway, but ever since, this whiskey's kind of growing and gotten bigger and bigger.
So sadly, he didn't really get to see the company take off.
Yeah, flourish, yeah. So this one's also interesting because it's not just a straight rye. It is 4 grain, it says on the label here.
Rye, wheat, barley, and corn.
That's
so
right.
If you're a bourbon fan, it might help you there. If you're a rye fan, it might take it. And if you're a Scotch fan, well, maybe it's got some of that in it.
It's got a little bit of everything. It's kind of nice that way. So we'll make this relatively quick. We do the nose, color, nose, taste, finish, and viscosity. Let's start with the color, shall we? If you look,
we just had a plain land,
so we gotta. Hopefully, it's not too loud for you. But anyways, we got the color here. I'm spilling it everywhere. nice kind of amber +1.
Kind of a caramel color.
It's got something in my mouth.
Oh,
Anyway.
this is what happens when you're live on location.
That's
You got
right.
planes landing, bugs going in your mouth. We'll probably get seagull pooped on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I found this hat right here today, and it's fully
been a banner day.
It's been a great day. So, cheers to that, just to begin with.
Okay. So anyway, colors caramel, kind of an amber
Yep.
+2-ish kind of deal.
So on the nose, I got kind of a sweet, kind of bourbon caramel kind of thing going on.
Bit of a like a toastedness to it there. A bit of a candy corn caramelly feature. Definitely has a vanilla going on there.
It does. It's kind of like a vanilla bean ice cream. It's got that little flavor to it. But with the rye note, I really find it has kind of some cloves smell to it.
It's cloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There's a spice to it. Like it's kind of you can pick up on the notes of each of those different types of grains. The standard notes that you get with each of those, they seem to all show up here.
They really do. You got the rye, you got the spiciness from the rye, the sweetness from the corn, the kind of light mellow flavor from the wheat.
Bit malty.
Yeah. It's malty.
It's got it
for sure.
all. It's got it
Okay,
all.
let's taste this guy.
Yeah.
It's
To me, it's odd how it shows up on the palate there. It's almost like a neutral arrival. Like you don't even notice it. It skips to me.
Yep.
It skips the front of my tongue, and then I taste it at the back.
Yeah, the finish on this one is kind of almost the feature in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's almost like purely finish.
Yeah. So it's funny because with the spicy sort of crispness of the nose, the palate is way more nutty and creamy, I find.
I was gonna say nutty.
Yeah, nutty.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of nut though. It's not the almond, and
I think it's
not,
kind of pecan. I don't know
because
if
it's not the walnut and the almond that you taste with bourbon, but it is a nut. Yeah, maybe it's pecan.
because it kind of reminds me of like turtles, those chocolates. You know,
Because there's
turtles
definitely
with
a
the
caramel
pecans.
flavor
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, it is. Very much so.
Caramel and that pecan, yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's got a lot of the stuff from the nose does show up on the palate there because you do have that kind of vanilla and candy corn caramel toastiness
And a
all
creaminess too, that's almost dessert-like. It's got
a
a dessert-like
butterscotch.
quality, yeah.
butterscotch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this one's bottled at 44.4%, 444, which is kind of a interesting bottling strength.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible price. It has the cork, which I like because
Which you don't see with Canadian whiskey all the time.
yeah, it's
So
actually
that's
kind of got a nice little engraving in the top there too, so that's
Little
nice.
GW.
Yeah, GW.
And it even has a blend number at the bottom there. It says A.A1129. So I don't know if that's kind of the mash bill or if that's the bottling or
Yeah.
what. It says blend number, so I almost think that's like the mash bill.
Yeah, could be.
Wow.
So it's a good one purely for the fact that there's some good things about it. Higher bottling strength. It gives you a little bit of transparency on the label of what it's the bottling number and stuff like that.
No
is.
age statement though.
No age statement. A lot of Canadian whiskeys don't have them, but you know it'd be nice to see that. That might be something that these guys could take from Trenny and C. Take their
Yeah.
advice.
Take some advice
Get
from
some age numbers on there. That would be good. So for the finish, we didn't cover the finish really. It is spicy. That like we said, the finish is kind of the prominent feature.
That's where I kind of taste some of the oak starts showing up for me. It's a bit woody on the finish.
It's for me. It's like a woody brown sugar. It's got a brown sugar spice kind of thing going on. And as for viscosity,
Lightly syrup.
yeah, it is syrupy. I mean, because we have said it's very much like almost dessert-like. So there is a syrupness. You can coat the glass quite easily, and it sticks to it, and it doesn't really run too quickly. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, I hope you've enjoyed Victoria with us today. I think even for the review, there's been planes landing and boats taking off and bugs and all kinds of fun stuff.
it's a vibrant city, and if you've never been here, I highly suggest it. We also have one of the best whiskey festivals around at the just that way. I can't even remember what it's called. What's the name of the building it's in?
Is it at the Ocean Point?
Ocean Point Resort. They have that there every year. So
We should also
it's kinda
mention too the amount of kind of are they called microbreweries here? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we've got tons of little microbrews here
Yeah,
in Victoria that
the
are
craft breweries
craft
here
breweries.
are just, there's so many of
They're
them. They're
amazing.
amazing, great quality beer. So props to Victoria in general.
And there's what? Is there 3 distilleries in Victoria now that are going to be putting out whiskeys in the coming years?
I believe so. I know Victoria Spirits has made a single malt whiskey.
Divine Vineyard is
yeah.
doing it.
Up island a little bit more in the Cowichan Valley. There's the Marydale Cider, which is also making gins and some single malts. So interesting stuff happening in this year of 2016. So
Yeah.
lots to look forward to. Anyways,
Thanks for joining us.
we didn't mark this one.
Oh, I'm going to give this a 26.
Okay. I think so. I think you're
You're gonna
absolutely
go with
bang
that?
on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe 25 or 25.5, but I'll up the
Let's just
ante a
keep
little
it
bit
even
just
at
because
26.
it's Canadian, and some Canadian whiskeys have gotten a bad name over the years, and this one is proving that there's some definite flavors to look for.
Yeah, 26 out of 33.33. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, share the video, and keep looking out for Trenny and C.
Cheers.
See ya. Blinky.
Trenny and C.